Sanibonani. Ninjani. As it has been mentioned, my name is Zandile Cele. I'm an education officer at the KwaZulu-Natal Maritime Museum. My task today is easy and simple. As I am coming from the Maritime Museum, we are the custodians of the maritime history. So for me, to celebrate this day, it's important that we get a little bit of a background of where we started as we are here now. Firstly, the things that we do at the museum, we talk about the history of the harbour. As you see the harbour now, it didn't start off looking like this. It started off looking like a bit of a jungle, and it had shrubs and trees and lions and everything. And fortunately, because of some of the people who stayed here, remember the harbour was not discovered because already we had people of KwaZulu-Natal who were already here. But because of the settlers, they were going past here and they realized that there was an opening that led to the lagoon. So this place here, before it became a harbour, it was a lagoon. So with the lions roaming around here. But as the port developed, we see all the changes that we see now. And the development of the harbour goes hand in hand with the development of the city of Durban, because Durban is a port city. Okay, now what I want us to look now is to look at the history, like I mentioned, that I want us to understand where it all started. The port of Durban was never developed in a short space of time. Lots of manual labor was put into it. And where did the people that worked at the harbour came from? These were the people from Natal, people from Zululand, and people from Indonesia, people from Mozambique. All these people came in here to develop the space where we are at now. The port of Durban, as I have mentioned, that it was a lagoon and it had the wildlife. So it was a sanctuary for the wildlife. All the lions, the sound of the lions, the birds, you would see them here before there were any of the vessels. Okay, so fast forward in 1824, a group of guys, in fact they were traders who were passing by the bluff area, and they realized that there was a space that led to this lagoon here, and then they started trading with the people of KwaZulu-Natal. And then at the time, the king, Shaka was the king of the Zulus, so they negotiated with him. They started trading in ivory and also in the cattle skin. So that's where the trading started. And then a lot of things that happened here at the ports before it became the ports that we see now. We had the arrival of the Indian people in, was it 1860? Yes, they came in here also as people that were supposed to work in the sugar cane, and they later on came in and resided at the Salisbury Island. So these are the things that we want us to understand, the history of the maritime, that it didn't start off easily. So there were people that worked here a lot. And also we know that with the people of KwaZulu-Natal, the development of the harbour changed the structure of the family life. As people or men were supposed to come and work here at the harbour in developing the harbour, they had to leave their families, and men's hostels were established for the support, the manpower support for people. So it wasn't easy, but it did happen that at the end the port was developed. So many things happened here. There were ships that wrecked here. Like you see now, as it is developed, and the vessels can move easily into the harbour. But earlier, it didn't happen like that. There were ships that wrecked here because the sea was rough and people were not able to come in easily. And with people of Africa, most of them were the ones who were mostly supposed to support the passengers that were coming in here. So when the passengers were coming in here and it was not easy, the African people would use a wicket basket. There's a basket that they used in those days before the gangway was used, before the harbour was established. People used a basket to disembark passengers. I don't know if you can have that. Unfortunately, I don't have my pictures here. But there was a basket that was used to disembark passengers. So when people were coming into the harbour, the African people would be the ones responsible for carrying this, I would say, white people that were coming on their vessel. They'll have to carry them on the wicket basket. So these are some of the challenges that we have seen. And fast forward, there were things that also happened here at the harbour as it was developed. Like I've mentioned, that the change of the family structure, and also it's also affected the kings that were ruling at that time. I remember there was a time when Chief Bambataka Maklinza had to be arrested here at the port because he had refused to pay what was called the port tax. So these are the things that have happened, but most vessels, there are major vessels that come here, they came here. There was once an Amadale Castle, which was a big vessel that came in here. It was a passenger vessel that came and docked at the bluff. So when it docked at the bluff, it created an excitement for the people, and people were coming closer and seeing, and they interacted. So looking at the history and comparing to what it is now, like we have said that the port now, this port here, it's a natural harbor. It's not man-made, but it existed before. So like we see the developments, it creates the economy, it develops the economy of the city as well as the country. So that's why we have programs like this one where we celebrate the maritime heritage. Thank you.